Hello everybody, my name is ProconVR. You might notice that uh, this video isn't edited, nor does it have a thumbnail. Um, I kinda really just wanted to make a video explaining, like, I mean, you've read the title, things are going up. Um, and a big reason for that is, I won't really go into details, but things have been going a lot better for me. Um, see, like, um, if you had asked me how are things going, if you had asked me that a month ago, I probably would have said, it's all right. But if you asked me today, I would say, oh, things are going great. I blah 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 blah. Tell you all about my new stuff. Um, basically, I've got a lot of projects going on. Got a lot of things in my personal life going great. I've been getting a lot of good luck, I'd say. Although, for some of it, it isn't really luck. Although maybe it is. I don't know. Don't really know how to explain it. But, um, I was, in a way, I was blessed today. Let's see, how can I word this? How can I word this? Basically, oh, okay, you know, I just won't tell you that part. Cause, like, you know, I'm not telling you that part, but, I've got a lot of projects going on, and I'm super close to starting filming for the Butterfly Effect. Just need 2 more actors, and, who knows, maybe if I can find someone who does have VR, maybe I can, like, get them on, we can film, like, something, or I don't know, Gato said he'll try to find people, but, like, I, no offense to you, Gato, if you're watching this, but, I don't think some of your fans would want to, join a project of mine because you said so. So, yeah, there's that, and then there's also, I've, been slacking on some other projects, like Mysterious Place Origins, but honestly, those, stuff like that, that's kind of a weird spot for me, because, you know, it was something I started, like, on a whim, like, oh, I finished the first game, time to start work on the second game right away. I didn't give myself a break, I didn't give myself a chance to think about what would happen after the second chapter, because at the time, I had just planned chapter 1 and 2, and chapter 2 is turning out way differently than what I had planned for chapter 1, and, sorry, I'm putting it in first person, chapter 2 is way different than I had originally planned, but if chapter 2 had went the way I planned, it would probably only be like a 2-chapter game, like only 2 chapters of new content. Like, realistically, if it was going to be a 4-chapter game, which I planned for it to be from the start, either I'd have to separate the first chapter into two chapters and the second chapter into two chapters, and that just would have been terrible content-wise, and that was terrible. Yeah, yeah, it would just overall be a terrible decision, and, now that I think about it, we don't really have much plans for after Chapter 2 either. All we really have is, like, the synopsis, and, like, it's not even a good synopsis either, it's just, like, 2 sentences, or, like, 2 paragraphs, if even 1, and that's, like, not good when you're, like, okay, so Chapter 2 we had to shorten down to just 2 sections because it wouldn't make sense to just end a section onto a cut to black, and because I have no idea what we were even planning for section 3. Like, he already did the main premise of what that character for chapter 2 is all about, like the big lore reveal. He already did that at the end of section 2, so why would we continue it up to a section 4? Because even I can't come up with something like that. Like, I was looking through the Google Doc for the planning and stuff, and I was like, alright, how are we gonna do this? Because realistically, he would... Anyways, that's not what this video is about. This is not about a Mysterious Place rant or anything. This is about the channel and 2026. 2026 will be like a massive turning point for the channel, because 2026 will release the Butterfly Effect, all episodes 1 through 4, and then I can continue working on episode scripts, because okay, I had originally planned for season 1 to have 8 episodes, but then I had already gotten actors and everything, and I wasn't gonna, well, I got like 3 actors at the time, and I wasn't just gonna keep them waiting until I had finished all 8 episodes. At the time, I was still working on episode 3, and yeah, releasing chapters, sorry, not chapters, releasing episodes one after another separately is a better idea than releasing them all at once, especially when even the episode 2 is like not as good as episode 1, because I had redone episode 1 before announcing before starting the announcements. And you know, after that, a lot of things happened. What am I talking about? I'm literally just letting my brain take over the talking. Not even like... I'm like zoning out while I'm talking. But, it is kind of cool for you guys to hear my thought process and everything, I guess. Yeah, see, the main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, can't even really say on here, because it's, well, that is really low quality. That is, like, really low quality. But now I can't even say it, because that's, like, really personal life, and if that person ends up watching this in the future, they'll be like, "Oh, why'd you make this? Like, why'd you just..." Yeah. So I honestly don't really know what to do in this situation, but you know, things are really going up for me. Got social circles expanding. I was the most popular guy in school today. Or not the most popular, but like people already knew my name when it was my first day. So, and no, this is not a recording I randomly found on my headset that I made at the start of the year, of the school year. No, this was made, what is it, November 24th? Yeah, November 24th. Made this November 24th. It's not pre-recorded at all. So, yeah. But I really don't have much else to say. I'm just dragging the video on at this point. But if you listen to my yap for this long and you actually tolerated it, please consider subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.